Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is ILHAM No bin NORAEDE. Matrix number B09201038. We are from BMKV or BMMV S11. Our lecturer is Mr. Cheng and Professor Madia Omar. So I pass to my groupmate.
Hi, I am Jeffrey Johnson. My metric number is B0920100243.
Okay, my name is HILMAN ROZALI. Metric number B09201332.
So we're gonna present for the assignment 1, interview session with the engineers. Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from BMKV, BMMV S11. So this is my group. This is our group. My name is Ilham Nur, and my group members DHAREEMY and Jeffrey EMPARANG. So with me, Mr. Amin, the engineer. So the objective for this interview session is to know about the BEM Code of Professional Conduct. So I let Mr. Amin to introduce himself.
Thanks for inviting me and for having me. My name is Muhammad Maimin bin Mazlan. I'm currently working at Surah Ventures, Lembat, a company that majoring in mechanical and electrical services. So we are more likely known as a mechanical services in water industry. Our main client is most of them are Ais Selangor and other local authorities lah. So our company located at Subang Jaya, so not far from area Shah Alam. So that's a short, brief introduction.
So we direct to the question, right? For the OSHE question. So in your opinion, Mr. Amin, so what are the major issues in engineering if engineers do not follow the conduct of BEM? We move to the first question is in your opinion, what are the major issues in engineering if engineers do not follow the conduct of BEM?
So in my opinion, I think everything not only in engineering sector lah, in every things that we do. Even in Islam, we need to have a proper guidelines, proper rules, and also proper regulations. So in this case, BM is much more likely to become one of the guidelines that we need to follow as an engineer or in engineering section. So there must be a reason for us why we need to follow that. So major issues, I think many major issues that will arise if we didn't follow, such as in mismanagement, in costing, in logistic, or even in safety and health and environmental aspect. So if things like that happen, it is related. So if we have issues in cost, of course, there might be another issues that would be related to environment also. So the best is we need to avoid these issues so that engineers will become more competent and much more versatile later. So I think that's one of my belief or reason why we need to avoid these major issues.
So we move to the next question.
Okay, so I would like to ask, is it true that engineers shall undertake assignment or task only when qualified by education or experience in the specific technical field involved?
In this section, it means that engineer, not practicing engineer lah. Also, from what I understand, these things depends on the person itself, depends on the engineer. So they have two choice whether they want to focus on one thing or they want to widen and spread their wings. Both of them have their own cons, have their own pros, disadvantage and advantages. So I think if you focus on one thing, means that you really becoming expert on it. So it's much higher chance for you to have better pay, better salary, right? But in other words, if you focus to have a wider knowledge or wider expertise and experience, so you are able to involve in many things, such as you can involve in engineering, and also you involve in other departments, so, such as in safety and health. So uh, you get to learn more, you get to learn and have knowledge more and experience more. That will also be a reason for you to be paid more and to have better salary, of course. Engineer, not only knowledge, so better salary is also a best thing to do. So it depends on you whether you want to take the single path to become focused and expert on one thing, or you want to become a competent or versatile engineer to have a lot of knowledge in many departments, many variables. So I think it depends on you. But personally, on my opinion, I think the second choice is better. You widen your wings, you will get to learn more, you get to experience more, and you will become more versatile engineer. So I think maybe that's the better option.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amin. I would like to know, can
Okay.
you briefly explain why a practicing engineer cannot accept benefit from more than one party?
From what I understand, practicing engineers means that practical engineers lah in internship, let's say internship. So if we say practicing engineer, uh, I think it is much better to focus on one profit of interest or didn't have other benefits than more than one party. Because you can say uh, it is related to commitment and also related to limitation. Commitments means that uh, when you have become an internship engineer, you have signed a black and white, right? You have signed black and white documents said you must work in this company, you must serve for this company. So I believe every company has their own PNC, or we say private on private and confidential documents that we need to protect. So if we have more than one party or more than one company, so this much be likely a cause. Let's just say we prefer on this company and we don't like this company. So maybe there will arise some issues or problems in order we want to commit more than one company. Another thing is that limitation. Of course, we are human. We have limits in power, strength, maybe money, and also time. So if let's say we want to be, let's say we want to work in more than two company or two parties, how we are going to split our body. So there are limitations in that. So I think practicing engineer must only focus on one party and do not accept several other benefits lah. Because due to few limitation that I mentioned earlier. So that's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amin. Next, how can a practicing engineer reduce the potential for conflict of interest that may influence their judgment?
I think the best way to avoid this conflict of interest is to make sure that you have a proper aim, proper focus, and also proper target. What you aim is very compulsory. Let's just say we need to make sure that our decision or our choice is based on 90% facts and only 10% guts or feelings. So in that way, we can make decision much more wise, much more better, and we do not make decision based on what we feels right and what we feels wrong. So anything needs to be a proper fact. So your decision is much more, let me say, much more wise lah. I think you need to have a proper aim lah in order to avoid the conflict of interest.
Okay. Understand?
Okay, for the last question for Mr. Amin. How is the concept of utilitarianism related to the work environment as a practical engineer?
Utilitarianism. I think this means in ethics. This means making and taking right decision to have a proper outcome or proper outcome. I think proper outcome. Let's say it goes seems to the previous answer. Let's just I say before, we need to have a proper calculation or proper data tabulation in order we want to make a decision. We cannot simply make decision. We cannot do first and think later. It is very vital for us to make sure that we think first and do later. So the effect, the outcome will be a better choice, better outcomes. We also do not want to avoid from losing in cost, having losing in manpower and etc and so on. So I think this outcome depends on how we are doing the decision. So make sure that we do the right decision first in order to have a proper outcome.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amin, for your time and the cooperation to answer the interview session and the question that we give. So I wish you a best of luck for your work, environment, and others. So thank you, Mr. Amin.
Okay,
Thank you,
too
Mr. Amin,
for having
for
me.
your cooperation.
Okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. Our group gonna conduct a interview session with engineer here, Irshad. So my name is Ilham, and this is my group mate, DHAREEMY and Jeffrey. So the objective is to know about the what we call to know more about the interview session with the engineer for the BM code regarding to the BM code. So can Mr. Ishad introduce yourself?
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi to all. Okay, my name is Ishad Haq. You can call me Ishad or Haq. I have graduated in UTEM in power industry. I also have been working in oil and gas industry for 2 years as a project engineer. Next.
Okay, so we go straight to the question. The first question. Okay, so Mr. Ishad, so in your opinion, what are the major issues in engineering if engineers do not follow the conduct of BM?
Okay. In my opinion, engineers do not follow the BEM conduct. First, the trust and safety should be compromised. so will affect the poor quality quality of works and will affect the personal reputation lah.
So next question.
Okay.
Okay, so next question for Mr. Ishak. Is it true that engineers shall undertake assignment or task only when qualified by education or experience in the specific technical field involved?
Okay, for that question, I think is it true? Because engineers should qualify when they do the task. So we'll make sure the competent person and safety for their works. Okay, next.
Okay. Thank you for the answer, Mr. Ishak. Next, I would like to ask about, can you briefly explain why a practicing engineer cannot accept benefit from more than one party?
Okay, good question. Okay, accepting benefits for many multiple parties will affect the COI or conflict of interest that affects on your career. Also, the compromising their personal judgment lah.
Okay. Next, I would like to know on how can a practicing engineer reduce the potential for conflict of interest that may influence their judgment.
Okay, to minimize the COI or conflict of interest, engineers should disclose any potential that brings to the conflict and excuse themselves if necessary. Next, they should prioritize the public welfare and personal over personal gain lah.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay, so last question from Mr. Ishak is I would like to know how is the concept of utilitarianism related to the work environment as a practicing engineer?
Okay, for my opinion, practicing engineers should consider the broader impact of their works on safety, environment, and welfare, public welfare.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ishad, for your time and cooperation. And so, for your information, that Mr. Ishad also is our alumni from UTEM, yeah, from FTKE. So, Mr. Ishad, we wish you best of luck for your work, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Ishak.
Thank you.